My mother was a really bad narcotics addict all through my life before I was born. That's why she had us taken from her. They did a raid on the house, found drugs.
A person like myself likes to be in control. I'm in control, right?
My father was an alcoholic, and he basically made me feel pretty worthless at times. I can go back to those places real quickly, feeling like if I just dropped out of everybody's life, it would not make a difference.
It took me a long time to learn that I'm not driving, and I said this earlier, I'm not driving it, somebody else is.
She was forced to go court-ordered into NA. And for a while, I hated her. How could a mother get her kids taken from her? I wanted nothing to do with her.
There's people in my life and my family that thought, that never will happen.
So for a while, I went through my life not believing that there was a God. Always wondering, oh, if there was a God, why would this bad thing be happening? I hated her. For the first few years, I hated her. I became depressed because I was growing up without a mother.
The process is God will embrace you, and you will feel that embrace when you're in His identity and you realize that you are loved. And I can't explain it any other way than just a beautiful feeling in yourself of none of that other junk matters right now. It's just junk, and it's lies. It's not truth.
It sneaks up on you. I mean, it's not something that, it wasn't something that I was in a crisis and I needed to find the Lord, and I went to church and, He helped me through all these problems, and the people were just there that I know. I kind of grew with the people, to the Lord.
I think a lot of people think that knowing God is going to make you be constrained in some way. Because you have to be a good person and you have to try not to sin, and those kind of misconceptions, where instead there's really a freedom in the love and the forgiveness that you're given that makes you pay it forward.
Usually in a conversation between me and God, I'm usually sitting on my bed crying because I had a bad day, and I'm asking Him to steer me away from the pressures that I've fallen into before. I'm asking Him to help me not make the same mistakes that I've made in the past, helping Him to hold my hand and walk with me and to carry me if I need Him, even if I don't know that I need Him.
We don't have to own those identities that somebody else placed on us. The identity that my dad gave me of, you're just kind of a pain in my life because I didn't plan on having kids, and my life isn't going that way, so I'm going to treat you like you're not really worthy of existing. That was his junk. That's not my junk. And so I can now see that I do have value as a person.
It was the 40th day that we had been on our vacation. It was a Sunday. I'd gone to church every Sunday with my grandma and my grandfather, and week by week, I just started being happier about things, started smiling more for no reason, just sitting there and just smiling. And on that 40th day, during worship, I broke down. It felt like weight had been lifted, it felt like a hole in my heart had been sewn together, that someone was there holding me, had His arms around me, that all this weight of my life, all the things that I worried about, all the things that I thought about, all the things that I tried to make better, it felt like God had just taken everything into His own hands. That was when God came into my life, and that's when I realized that even though my mother is making her mistakes, that she is still my mother, and that she is still trying without me making excuses for her. God is the reason why I have a relationship with my mother now.
That's how I feel. I feel that Jesus has said, okay, you're awake, Skip. Open your eyes a little more. It's given me more of a peace with myself.
In Christ, I know that I can add value to things, and that that my life isn't a worthless life. Obviously there's a purpose, and that I'm loved by a creator that made me.
When I'm in the spot that I'm in today and I find out that it was all directed for a reason, and that the part of me that is getting better is not because of me anymore, it's because of the Lord. That gets back to that inner feeling that I'm looking for, and not for the next deal or the next who made me and what am I going to do.
And now that I have a relationship with God, I can kind of sit back and relax and be like, okay, this is happening, it's making me upset, but I can't make myself more upset and try to fix it. I have to let the person know how I feel and just let God take it on from there.
And I will try